Welcome to Same Page. We're pitting three married couples against each other in a bout to win bragging rights. There is no prize, just the bragging rights. Let's meet our contestants, shall we?
Here we go now.
First up, we have Dwayne and Ginny. Last year, they became debt-free. Any other interesting facts we should know about you?
We're due in March.
With our first start.
How long have you two been married?
Year and a half.
Next up is Tom and Jen Ramsey. Tom is the lead pastor at Community Church International. Tell us a bit about yourselves, Ramseys.
Well, we're husband and wife for 20 years. We have 6 wonderful children at home.
7 kids.
And 7 total kids.
Fascinating. Last up, we have Giovanni and Ashley, creators and directors of Community Game Night. Tell us a bit about yourself.
We've been married for 3.5 years. We have one daughter. She's about to turn 2.
I like tacos.
All right. These are our contestants. Now, let's move on.
How to save your marriage after a bad game show.
Sure, blame the
100,
host.
please.
It's not your fault, is it? It's never your fault. I bet your wife says that quite often.
Well, we're married, so.
I'll take other places to stay besides your home when you can't go home.
All right, the first question is, who is the better cook? You or your wife? Okay, Dwayne, who's the better cook? You or your wife?
My wife.
What is your favorite thing that she can cook?
Tacos.
Pastor Tom.
Yes.
Tom, who is the better cook? You or your wife?
I put my wife.
Is there anything that she cooks that you do not like?
She would say definitely sloppy joes. Definitely. I'll double down on that one, Pat.
Giovanni, who
Yes.
is the better cook? You or your wife?
I'm going to say my wife, Ashley.
Is there anything besides tacos that you like?
Sloppy Joe's.
Alrighty. Moving on.
Is it really?
She actually makes really good sloppy Joe's.
Okay.
What is your wife's pet name for you?
Dude, are you sure you want to be asking that?
Keep it PG, people. You're on the church app. Dwayne, what is your wife's pet name for you?
Honey.
I don't think that's how you spell it, but okay. Tom, what is your wife's pet name for you?
Well, she really doesn't have a pet name for me, but I'm going to guess she's going to say Thomasina.
Emasculating. Giovanni, what is your wife's pet name for you?
She doesn't really have one either, or for me, pet name for me, but she calls me my Giovanni sometimes.
All right. Question number 3. What is your wife's favorite junk food? Starting with Dwayne, what is your wife's favorite junk food?
Absolutely dill pickle chips.
Oh, this counts.
Tom, what is your wife's favorite junk food?
I would say gummy bears.
So this doesn't count.
Nice.
All right. Giovanni, what is your wife's favorite junk food?
I put McDonald's.
Does that count?
It could
Sure.
be anything they say.
That's how we roll. Yeah, these guys, they come over like at least once or twice a
We
month,
sit 3 times a week.
right?
It's still not enough.
It's a good thing.
Seriously.
No way.
Bragging rights are on the line. Let's find out what those answers were. First question was, we asked your husbands this, ladies. Who is the better cook, you or your husband?
Me.
All right.
So does you.
The answer, he said it was.
Her.
Wow.
Good answer.
All right. Jen, we asked, who is the better cook, you or him?
Me.
Tom, your answer was?
You.
Hey.
All right. Giovanni. Wrong person. Ashley, we asked your husband, who is the better cook, you or him? What do you think he said?
It depends. Do I have to choose one of those?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna say me.
Giovanni said,
Oh,
congratulations, everybody. You're not sleeping on the couch yet. Question number 2. We ask your husbands, what is your wife's pet name for them? What do you think they said? Ginny.
honey.
Honey.
Jennifer, we asked Tom, what your pet name is for him.
I don't have a pet name for Tom.
What do you think he said?
That's what I say. I don't have a pet name.
Well, we forced him to answer, so we're forcing you to answer as well. What do you think he wrote down on that little sheet of paper?
I don't know if I dare even answer this question.
You gotta keep it PG, we're in a church.
I don't know. Tommy. I don't have one, so that's what I have to go with. Go ahead.
Tom said,
Thomasina.
I haven't called you that since we were married.
You were wrong.
That's the only thing I can think of that you actually call me. You don't call me a pet.
Actually, I never called you that. My sisters did.
I thought you used to call me Thomasina.
Oh, boy, no. Here we go.
okay, Ashley,
I don't have
we
one.
asked Giovanni what your
Why did
pet
you
name
say
is
that?
for him. What do you think he said? And yes, we did force him to answer as well.
Babe?
Giovanni, what did you say?
My Giovanni.
I guess, yeah.
All right, moving on to the next and final question of the round. Ladies, we asked your husband what your favorite junk food is. So let's start with Ginny. What is your favorite junk food?
Dill pickle chips.
Dwayne, you said
Dill pickle chips.
you were correct.
That's right.
Jen, we asked your husband what your favorite junk food is.
Peanut
What do
butter
you think he
M&Ms.
said?
Peanut butter M&Ms.
Tom, what did you say?
Thomasina.
I put gummy bears.
He put gummy bears.
You know I like peanut butter M&Ms.
But
It's
you
like my
get
favorite.
gummy bears too. I thought you liked those gummy bears.
You know,
Did
we're
you?
looking really bad here. We've been married longer.
How long have you two been married?
20 years. and you
All
still don't
right.
know.
I know you like
Ashley,
Reese's.
we asked Giovanni what your favorite junk food is. What do you think he said?
I like gummy bears.
Not as much as those.
Dark chocolate Milky Ways.
Giovanni, what did you say?
McDonald's.
That's not junk food.
All right, we're going to give a chance for the wives to strangle their husbands on this commercial break. Please stand by.
Hey, we're doing all right.
The following is a dramatization of what may or may not occur in the mind of someone who finds themselves unexpectedly invited to church. But if you do burst into flames, we've got you covered.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the same page. We're asking the wives with the husbands gone a series of questions. Let's get to them. Question 1. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy together? Ginny, what did you say? What is the first thing you would buy if you won the lottery together?
A new house.
All right. Jen, if you and Tom won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy together?
House in Florida.
Abandoning us all, I see.
Yep, get out of this weather.
Ashley, if you and Giovanni won the lottery, what would you buy together?
I also wrote new house.
All right, everybody's thinking on the same wavelength, just some of them a bit farther south.
Exactly.
I didn't say my location though.
That is true.
Yeah, she could move too.
Next question. Who would play your spouse in a movie? Unfortunately, he's dead, but I'd say John Candy.
For Tom?
Yes. Ginny, who would play your spouse in a movie?
Some bald guy.
Some bald guy. That's narrowing it down.
I'm trying to think of that one guy. I can't think of his name. He played in Caddyshack.
I don't know any actor's name.
What's his name in Caddyshack? What's that guy?
That depends on which one you mean.
The bald
Bill
guy.
Murray?
No,
Bill
the
Murray.
bald guy. Or whatever, that old bald guy.
Are you thinking Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes.
He's not bald.
Yeah, he's
Rest-
pretty blondie or baldy or Viking.
He got no respect. Rest his soul. Ginny, who would play your husband in a movie?
I don't have a name. Just some bald guy. I don't know. Bald guy.
All right, we'll move on then. Jen, who would play your husband in a movie?
I'd say Tom Cruise.
Alrighty then. Ashley, who would play your husband in a movie?
The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting choice. Final question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Lots.
Just kidding. Who is the tidiest of the two, you or him?
We both are pretty tidy, though.
Ginny, of the two of you, who is tidier, you or your husband?
Dwayne. Him.
All right. Jen, of the two of you, who is tidier, you or your husband?
Me.
Ashley, between you and your husband, who's tidier?
Me.
Does he leave his clothes, dirty clothes all over the floor?
Everywhere.
This ought to be interesting.
Here we go now.
Yeah, you'll probably say
I
that.
only know like people will.
After the questions we've asked them, all right, gentlemen, do you think your wives did you justice on these embarrassing questions that we've asked? From the look on your faces, I'd say no. Anyway, we're starting with question number 1. We asked your wives, if you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy together? Dwayne, we asked your wife, if you two won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy together?
Probably a cabin on the lake.
Ginny, what did you say?
A new house.
Does that count? Yes,
That is
Judges.
that counts.
Oh, wow.
Moving on. Tom, we asked your wife, if you won the lottery together,
Think
what's the
hard.
first thing you would buy together?
Think hard.
A bag of peanut butter M&Ms?
Yeah. Yeah, thousands
Perhaps?
of them.
Oh, they're supposed to be Reese's Pieces
No.
Peanut butter M&Ms
or
are
peanut butter cups.
No.
No, that's not my answer.
What was the first thing you would buy together if you won the lottery?
I would think she likes to go on trips, so I think maybe we'd buy a trip and go someplace warm.
Jennifer, what did you
House
say?
in Florida.
She said a house in Florida.
Oh,
Sorry, we can't give you that
You
one.
want to buy a house?
Well, if we had money, we'd buy a house.
Well, how much money? Was
You
it?
won the lottery.
Lottery.
Was it a big lottery?
Okay, we're
Giovanni, we asked your wife, if you guys won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy together?
Well, yeah, but I didn't know who. Sorry.
I'm gonna talk here.
I know. We're
Giovanni, if you and your wife won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy together?
I think we'd build our house.
Ashley, you said a new house. Does that count? Yes, it does. We're moving on
better get dressed.
to the next question.
You're gonna be on the couch.
Alrighty.
I will take finding another place to sleep for 100. Please.
Have you tried your brother's house?
Right next door.
You may want to get a bigger dog and get an insulated doghouse. All right, next question. We asked, who would play your spouse in a movie? What do you think she said? Dwayne,
What I would say.
we asked your wife,
play.
who would play you in a movie?
Adam Sandler.
Ginny, what did you say?
You guys are winning, so
Come on, what's the answer? Some bald guy.
He's not bald, so.
All right, moving on.
Vin Diesel.
Tom,
This could be anybody.
Tom, we asked your wife, who would play you in a movie? What do you think she said?
Think of actors that you like.
I'm thinking Brad Pitt.
Jennifer, what
Maybe
did you
not.
say? Who would play Tom in a movie?
Tom Cruise. That's who I
Really?
would say. Yeah.
He's so old. He's like
Yeah, but he is-
70.
Giovanni, we asked your wife, who would play you in a movie? What do you think she said?
The look of death.
I have no.
stop thinking so hard.
Okay, don't think so hard.
That shouldn't be difficult.
Vin Diesel.
You say Vin Diesel, she said
The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
That's right. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
also known as some bald guy.
I know. And his hair looks like you and everything.
We asked this final question. Between her, you, who is tidier? Dwayne?
That would be me.
Yep.
She said him.
You better get this one.
That is correct. We asked, between you or her, who is tidier? What do you think she said?
I would say that she is tidier.
She said herself. An obvious choice. Giovanni, we asked your wife, between the two of you, who's tidier? What do you think she said? She said
Me.
herself. That is correct. Tonight we've seen family number one, Dwayne and Ginny, versus couple number two, Tom and Jen, versus couple number three, Giovanni and Ashley. They've been locked in a death race all through the night. Okay, maybe some of them have trounced on others, but that's beside the point. We're gonna find out what the scores were, and who's walking home with bragging rights, and who's sleeping in the doghouse. So, in last place, we have
Our pastor.
Tom and Jen with this combined score of 20.
Wow.
Yay.
In second place, we have Giovanni and Ashley with a staggering 25 points, but it looks like 2.5 because, nope, it's 25. Congratulations, so 25 points. And in first place, we have Dwayne and Ginny with a point total of 40. That's double Tom and Jen's score. Who would have thought? Join us next time where we have possibly different couples, the same annoying host, and hopefully a prize. Thanks. And remember, spay and neuter your pets.